Let's add a new user and or customize a user's settings. So today we're going to add a new user, but if I wanted to customize a current user's settings, this would be the area that I would do that at. So I'm coming up here and selecting Tools, and then up here where it says Add or Change a User, like that. And then over here is where I have the users already listed, but I want a new one. So I'm going to click New, and you can see it says New here. And then over here it says the user's name. Well, let's put Andy in there, and I'll hit Return. And then it's going to give me a question, are you certain you wish to change the user's name from New to Andy? Well, yes, I am certain. And you can hear that it sounded it out for me. Now, for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to turn the computer speech off. Yes, turn it off so that we won't be interrupted. But the audio portion will sound out words for you as well as pictures for you so that you have an audio sense of your scheduling too. Over here, where it says Andy, I'm going to add a photo of Andy. And on my desktop, I happen to have a folder that I keep per person, and there it is, PP Pics. PP Pics for Andy's schedule, and there's Andy. Andy found this drawing and he says it looks just like me, so we're going to use that one. And there's Andy's picture. Now over here where it says security code, if several people have access to this schedule because there's several users, we could put a numerical security code in there that would allow only specific people access. But for this purpose, we don't need one. Member of a group. Andy's not a member of a group right now, but if he were, we could select the group name here, where his calendar would sync with several other calendars if a group schedule was made. Here, we can click yes and no for scrolling views with the time. So if Picture Planner were left open on a desktop for several hours at a time, the calendar would scroll and keep up with the current time. We've already turned our computer speech off. We want Andy to see the public icons, and it says yes here, but Andy gets confused with too many pictures. So for this purpose, I'm going to say no. We're going to select the pictures that we want Andy to use and see, and we're going to upload personal pictures specifically for his calendar. The full screen mode means that with Picture Planner, it will open in a center area of your screen, but with a full screen mode, it will have a backdrop that will cover most of the screen, so there's very few distractions. Multiple icon selection on. Yes, that means that when we're scheduling an event or an activity with Andy, he can select, or the assistant can select, more than one icon at a time, which comes in very handy if you're creating bring lists, bring different items. Print preview by default. Yes, we always like to see what we're going to print before we print it, so we like that. Over here it says the Smart Tab Look Back, and a Smart Tab, we will learn what that is in another tutorial, but essentially it's a self-populating activity scheduler. So if an activity within the last 90 days, or you can change this, has happened and you decide you want it to happen again, it will self-populate all of the icons for that element, which can also be adjusted or changed. Now over here is a default remind ahead of time. Yeah, Andy needs generally more than 5 minutes. He needs 10 minutes default ahead to prompt him. And now as per activity, you can also alter and change this. And for this purpose, we're saying it will sound off for about 5 minutes. His little planner will give him a little sound for 5 minutes, and then eventually that will time out. And again, you can change that. Over here is a usage report, meaning that if you're using Picture Planner for IEP goals, or you would like to see how many tasks a user has completed, you can get a full usage report here. Over here, you can set the colors, so if Andy didn't like to look at a peach-colored kiosk area, he can customize the colors, or you can pick his favorite colors for him. Now, back up here to the filter tabs, we're coming over to the share tabs, which gives you the ability to sync Andy's calendar to Google Calendar, which if you have a Google account, you can put in the username there and the Google password and the calendar name. If you have several calendars, you can be more specific and select Andy's personal calendar for that. Now, over here, you can also enable Google Background Sync. By default, we say no, but if you chose to, when Andy was on the computer, it would automatically sync every so often to Google Calendar for you, and you would not have to select the syncing button that's down the road. You'll learn about that. Invite Google friends. You can invite other people that also have Google accounts to share your calendar with you. And down here, you can register for sync services for your iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. And to do this, you'll need to register your Picture Planner account, and then once you register this will actually self-populate for you. And there's some more guidance on that on another tutorial that we'll take a look at. Up here in your Life tabs. Now, Andy does not go to school anymore, so we can literally unselect this tab, but Andy works, and he has a home that he lives in, a group home, and he has some personal activities that he takes care of, and we want all of the tabs to show up, so that gives us the opportunity to have all of these tabs show up, and by default, the all will come up as the first one that's lit up. But if we wanted his personal tab to show up first where it was highlighted, then we could certainly select those. And over here for the activity view, Andy might need only the what, who, where, and he doesn't need a cost or a ring, or he doesn't need to be reminded which clothes to wear. So you have an opportunity to customize just how many things or how many categories that you need to help him remind with. So there's the opportunity to do that. So we come over here and we exit, and we're going to exit, and you'll see that Andy now has a personal schedule that first opens to the week view. And now we can start planning Andy's schedule.